Sharks are feared all over the world, and here are just some reasons why. Slowly swimming to the bottom of the ocean, a spear fisherman tries his best not to attract too much attention, trying to catch the fish off guard. After reaching the bottom, he spots two sharks below him, just trying to live their own lives in the wild, or so we thought. His fast reflexes save him from a bad bite, as the shark is clearly getting ready to pounce on him and turn him into a snack. In the video, the hunting tactics of sharks are evident, as they strategically position themselves beneath their prey, closely observing their behavior. The aggressive predator bites the spear the fisherman is holding, and immediately regrets it after getting poked in its mouth. The encounter ends with the predator slowly swimming away after the failed ambush. This next encounter begins with a man recording himself and his buddy spearfishing and just having fun on a nice sunny day. The ocean is teeming with life, as they spearfish back to back with no signs of running out of targets or slowing down. Not much really happens at first, but something unexpected happens, leaving them stunned, shocked, and afraid for the rest of the trip. Not expecting to see a shark interested in them, they are left with no way of escape and are forced to get ready for a fight. The stare down goes on for quite a while, with the shark circling them like it's about to lunge at them at any second. The predator eventually departs, bringing them a sigh of relief. Recording with his GoPro camera, a spear fisherman tries to capture footage of himself and his friend relaxing and fishing during a trip. In the video, he descends to the ocean floor immediately and decides not to wait for his friend, going deeper and deeper by himself. This fisherman seems to have experience, as we hear his calm breathing and see his very relaxed behavior. This becomes his biggest mistake, though, and with no one to watch his back, bad things like these are bound to happen. White sharks lurk. Their unprovoked and occasionally lethal attacks on humans evoke primal terror, yet these dread-filled encounters remain exceedingly scarce, heightening their bone-chilling mystique. After the encounter, he immediately calls for help to save himself and locate his friend. The heavy breathing and panicked movements of a fisherman can be seen as he notices something wrong while spearfishing at Port Phillip Bay. The fisherman is not crazy for thinking this was the case, as something unusual can be seen from the slowed-down version of the video. Unfortunately, his biggest fear is proven right, after deciding to check one last time, only to see this terrifying predator below him.
Help!
Though humans are not typically part of their diet, it is crucial to avoid sharks at all costs, due to potential risks they may pose. A good Samaritan comes to the rescue and incredibly manages to capture this intense, terrifying fight for survival against a beast.
Oh, shit!
The shark does not hesitate in leaving immediately after almost getting stabbed. This next encounter wastes no time in showing us the action, as it immediately starts with a fisherman trying his best to survive. Honestly, it's quite impressive how he manages to hold the camera and fight the predator at the same time. Despite their fearsome image, sharks seldom attack humans, preferring to focus on their natural prey of fish and marine mammals. With his spear gun aimed unwaveringly at the creature, the man's following actions are undoubtedly warranted, showcasing both his quick thinking and his courage. Provoking a shark by poking it with a sharp stick is defined as a little stupid and risky, but what else is he supposed to do? Fortunately for him, the predator doesn't get too pissed, and it leaves him alone afterwards. Similar to the previous clip, this intense encounter begins right off the bat, with two men recording themselves being visited by the taxman. Fishermen often call sharks taxmen, as these predators are the most likely creatures to steal fish from fishermen. This particular taxman, though, was going wild for this particular fish, putting the divers' lives in danger as it could easily attack them instead. These wild predators are unpredictable and extremely prey-driven, making even thinking of trying to run away a really bad, stupid decision. The shark eventually finishes collecting its share and leaves the fisherman alone, for now. A fisherman can be seen recording himself just having a nice day out on the beach, spearfishing and swimming around. There aren't really many fish in the area he's in, so he wastes no time and tries to go to a different area by swimming. After going up and getting some air, the fisherman goes to swim back down, only to find another hunter already waiting for him. Panicked, he resurfaces to gasp for air and desperately calls for help, yet his pleas go unanswered, as the boat is far out of reach. The shark taunts him by approaching and withdrawing repeatedly, seemingly imparting a lesson about the true nature of predators. The animal eventually leaves him alone, leaving him unharmed, but mentally scarred. This next encounter wastes no time and immediately shows the disastrous meeting between two spearfishermen and an aggressive tiger shark. The two men point their spears at the predator, ready to shoot if the animal tries to do something fishy. The shark's hesitation adds to the intensity, creating a spine-chilling and harrowing standoff between the men and the beast, heightening the sense of fear. Fortunately for them, though, a boat is nearby, and it is not long before they are able to climb up and escape the predator. Another clip shows the same men spearfishing in the afternoon, only to be visited by their terrifying friend once more. The video finally ends with the predator leaving them alone to fish peacefully. This video opens with a man trailing a white-tipped shark while pointing his spear gun at it in case it decides to turn around and attack. The oceanic whitetip, often found offshore, poses a potential threat to humans and is frequently observed near mid-ocean disasters, making it a notable species in those waters. The man in the video seems not to be worried at all, though, as he is seen following the shark for quite some time. This is very dangerous, as wild animals can be very unpredictable and will not hesitate to attack when feeling threatened. Thankfully, this does not happen, and they both end up unharmed. Another curious hunter decides to approach two men spearfishing, trying to investigate what the commotion was all about. The encounter lasts for a couple of minutes, with the shark repeatedly circling them, trying to decide whether it should attack or not. It ultimately decides not to, and leaves the fisherman alone, which is for the best. This final encounter shows a man spearfishing when all of a sudden he hears his girlfriend scream hysterically. He immediately turns around, and what he sees may very well be the last thing he will ever see in his life. Thankfully, the shark immediately swims away after it gets spotted. Thanks for watching until the end. Check out this other video you might also like. I'll see you there. Filmed in Pompano Beach, Florida, this nerve-wracking clip picks up as a man in a kayak attempts to fight off an aggressive hammerhead shark swimming around him.
It's a hammerhead, dude! What's he doing?
Unfazed by the fisherman's attempt to scare it off, the predator continues to circle the man until it sets its sights on another kayaker close by.
He's coming after you now, Bennett. What is it? Wow.
Moments later, the animal seemingly loses interest in the group and takes off in the opposite direction. While shark cage diving in Guadalupe Island, two divers received the greatest frights of their lives when they came face to face with a humongous great white shark. At first, the two daring men are having a great time taking in all the wonders of the sea from the comfort of the shark cage, and then, out of nowhere, this happens. Unsure of how to release itself, the predator struggles with the cage for quite some time before it is able to break free. After setting itself free, the majestic animal immediately turns around and swims away, leaving the two swimmers to sigh with relief. On the coast of California, an innocent man was out peacefully kayaking in the open sea when he suddenly felt something hitting the back of his boat. Unfortunately for him, the aggressive predator refuses to back down and decides to come right back for more. At some point, though, the animal appears to take a sudden break from the fight, and he immediately makes an attempt at escaping.
He does not like me at all. Come on, bro.
Many stressful minutes go by when he eventually realizes that he is no longer being followed and proceeds to paddle back to shore. This clip starts off as a man can be seen attaching a GoPro to himself and proceeds to carefully make his way towards the edge of a steep cliff with the intention to jump.
All right, ready?
As the man rises back to the water's surface, his friend suddenly alerts him of something else lurking in the water. Out of pure shock, he immediately turns around and tries swimming away from the predator as fast as he possibly can. After coming just inches away from the animal, the man luckily manages to swim back to shore and climb out of the water for good. This intense clip picks up right as these cage divers witness a great white shark swimming right towards them. The nightmare goes on as the predator keeps banging against the cage, causing everyone in it to stand there frozen in utter shock. As the animal swims away, the entire boat crew screams out in celebration of what they've just witnessed together. On a sunny day in Florida, this adventurous man was out kayak fishing by himself when he experienced something truly out of this world. The first few minutes of the clip simply show the man explaining his fishing endeavor as he paddles away from the shore towards a bridge.
It's pretty snarky out here. We're gonna start here at the middle of the bridge and I think work to the left.
After being able to bait and catch multiple fish for himself, the man is left stunned when he realizes that his next bait has attracted a bigger fish.
Got him out. Oh my gosh! Holy sh! Oh my God! What?
Still in disbelief of what has just happened, the startled man is forced to cut off the bait from his fishing equipment to save his life and have the shark finally leave him alone. In East New Britain, Papua New Guinea, two friends had a brush with death when they incurred the wrath of a hungry shark. In the beginning, the two men are about 57 meters deep into the ocean, and one of them appears to be shark calling with the aid of a plastic bottle. Moments later, the diver with the plastic bottle turns around by chance and is shocked by what he sees. Luckily for the pair, the shark pays them no mind after the first encounter. It chooses instead to swim away, leaving them unharmed. A sunny day in Florida, a fisherman was having the time of his life trying to reel in a bull shark that he just caught when the unimaginable happened. At first, he immediately begins recording after feeling something rather heavy pulling the end of his fishing line.
All right. We got a shark here. I'm trying to get vertical on him so he doesn't cut me off with his tail.
With the powerful animal attempting to swim away, he starts following it around the river to make the most of the situation.
Fighting sea monsters. God dang, this guy's pulling. I gotta sit down. I came for a fight. That's what I got.
Eventually, he bravely decides to lower his camera into the water in hopes of capturing a clear shot of the predator.
There's nothing better than getting a workout on a kayak.
Still luckily unharmed by the increasingly frustrated shark, the man keeps trying to reel it closer to his kayak when this happens.
Took a bite out of my kayak.
Now full of adrenaline, he immediately begins paddling away as fast as he possibly can and eventually makes it back to safety. This clip shows a man calmly fishing the waters of Salt Rock, South Africa, when something truly unexpected happens. After almost getting knocked into the water by the shark, the man pulls his legs back into the kayak to avoid accidentally baiting the animal. The video, unfortunately, ends there, and what happens next is not known. In the Bahamian reefs, an 8-year-old boy on vacation with his family went out to explore the beautiful ocean floor when things took a horrifying turn. The video starts off with the young man peacefully swimming around the depths of the ocean as his parents watch over him from the boat nearby. Unfortunately for him, though, a shark suddenly appears out of nowhere, lurking not too far away. Just in case, he quickly turns around to swim back to the boat when this happens. Having luckily defended himself just in time, the brave boy continues to swim back to his family, all while keeping an eye out. The video ends there, and whether the shark came back is not known. Spearfishing in the waters of Big Island, Hawaii, a pair of divers had their day take a horrifying turn when they were unexpectedly attacked by a curious tiger shark. Initially, the camera starts rolling as the divers, unfortunately, notice the huge predator beginning to circle them. The divers keep nervously recording the shark as it continues to suspiciously swim around them when it eventually gets a little too close for their comfort. Now, most likely feeling a little bit angry, the animal refuses to leave them alone and keeps lurking around, probably waiting for the perfect moment to attack. With the shark still after them, they unfortunately decide to stop recording, and what happens next remains unknown. A group of underwater divers at Fort Pierce, Florida went through a real-life nightmare when a huge great white shark suddenly took interest in them. The video starts as the man recording quickly alerts the others of the imminent danger when he notices the faint shadow of the predator swimming below them.
Oh, great white.
Equipped with spears, the divers continue to point their weapons at the shark as it unfortunately starts swimming closer and closer by the second. Eventually, the men lose sight of the animal as it appears to have swum away. Because of this, they for some reason decide to split up and go searching for it. After many minutes of searching, the predator is luckily nowhere to be seen, and the divers just stop recording and go back to their boat. 4 miles off of Key West Island, a woman named Heidi came dangerously close to becoming shark food when she least expected it. The clip starts out with Heidi calmly taking a swim in the ocean, while her husband watches from on the boat. The two are chatting and generally having a good time until the man notices something horrifying in the water.
Hey Heidi.
Over there.
Hey Heidi, get in the boat.
Are you being serious?
Yep.
Upon taking a closer look, it is discovered that not one, but two sharks had been circling Heidi just below the surface of the water.
Holy can you imagine?
Look at
Have you
that.
seen them?
Yeah, they're like circling.
Thankfully, the predators seem to lose their appetite for a human snack, and they both proceed to swim off in the opposite direction. In Montauk, New York, a fisherman hauled in a little more than he originally expected while kayaking in the middle of the ocean. At the start of the video, the daring man is preparing his fishing gear and stringing bait with the hope of making an interesting catch for his YouTube video.
Oh, yo, yo, yo! Craziness of mackerel over here. Come on, where'd you go?
Now down to his last bait, the kayaker decides to give it one last try, and seconds later he feels something heavy at the end of the line.
There he is. Fish on. There we go. This is the sleigh ride I wanted. Woo!
Trying to capture the best footage possible, he carefully tries to reel in the shark to grab a closer look of it, but things don't go as planned.
Tank of a brown shark. Circle hook right in the corner of the mouth, too. Whoa! Whoa!
Despite its attempt at escaping, the shark is unable to free itself from the hook and is once again reeled in by the man. This time, though, it decides that enough is enough.
Woo!
Following this, the shark most likely swam far away, and the man simply decided to put an end to his video.